This morning, again, we have had the great opportunity, the great fortune of singing this powerful name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, which is no small fortune. It's only the meritorious deeds that we have done over many, many births that could land us at the feet of a great Guru, a Mahaguru, and we are able to sing his name. And Yogiji had said often, not a single Nama goes waste, and no prayer goes unanswered. It's only a matter of time. Now we shall once again share a certain incident that illustrates how Bhagwan protects his devotees. Shri Ganesan Anna of Ramanashram was visiting regularly Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar at his Sannadhi Street residence. And once when he had come and he was seated before Bhagwan, Bhagwan asked him casually, Ganesha, did you get any letter from Germany? No, Swami. Oh, you will get a letter. And a few days after, he did get a letter, and Ganesana rushed there to Swami. Because the letter was from one Charles Madigan. He had invited Sri Ganesan of Ramanashram to visit Germany and talk on Sri Ramana Bhagwan. So when Sri Ganesan of Ramanashram showed this letter to Bhagwan, Bhagwan said, yes, Ganesha, you have to go to Germany. But Swami, why am I getting this letter? Because, Ganesha, you have to go to Germany. Swami, what are you saying? I would feel very lonely there. I cannot go. I want to be in Tiruvannamalai. No, Ganesha. You have to go to Germany. You have to talk on Sri Ramana Bhagwan and his teachings. And Ganesha, you would never be alone. This beggar would always be with you. He said, this beggar would always be with you. With this promise from Bhagwan, Sri Ganesan left India. And when he landed in Frankfurt of Germany, the people had come to welcome him and to take him in a car to the city Bonn. As he was traveling in the car, he was just remembering how Bhagwan saw him off and his promise that you would never be alone, Ganesha, this beggar would always be with you. And just when he was thinking and enjoying Bhagwan's promise, he found one vehicle, a bigger vehicle, a van was going on the left side and a car on the right side. And so they were all going in a multi-lane road, highways. And so they were going at a very high speed. On the van he saw on the left side the word Brahma. Imagine a place in Germany, and in those days. And then on the right side, on the car, it was written Rama. So the left side, Brahma accompanied him. On the right side, Rama accompanied him. So you can imagine how Sri Ganesan would have felt at that time. And then, not only there, wherever he went, he would come across this word somewhere in some advertisement, the word Ram. Remind him that Bhagwan was with him. And not only that, when he left Germany for America and landed in Boston airport. An American came to him straight and asked him, "Are you from India?" "Yes." "Have you been to Tiruvannamalai?" "Yes, I'm living there." "Do you know Yogi Ramsuratkumar?" Imagine what Sri Ganesan would have felt. Again, a reminder that I'm with you. In Germany, when he was there touring Germany, it happened that one day he and the one who invited him, Charles Madigan, and another friend, the three of them were walking on the pedestrian path. And suddenly Charles Madigan had to leave in order to fetch a taxi. So Ganesan was talking to this friend, and often it happened that Ganesan would be lost he would be preoccupied with what he was talking about, and he wouldn't be aware of the surroundings. And he would often stray into the other lanes. In Germany, next to the pedestrian path, there would be the cyclist path. And no pedestrian would stray to the cyclist path, and therefore the cyclists would always go at a very high speed, like 60 kilometers. Now that day, Charles Madigan was not with him because he had gone to fetch the taxi, and Ganesan, as usual, was completely lost in the topic. He was so preoccupied, he was not aware he was straying into the cyclist path. And just then, Charles Madigan returned with the taxi, but he was on the other side of the road. And from there, he saw Ganesan Anna straying into the path of the cyclists, and there was a little distance away, a cyclist was coming at a very high speed. There was hardly any time, and Charles Madigan, he did not call out to Ganesan to give a warning. Instead, he called out, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar." He screamed, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar." Then immediately Ganesan turned, and the cyclist hit him on the upper arm. Just a mild touch. And Ganesan Anna could not stand it. Immediately he sat down. But the cyclist, because he was coming at a very high speed, he could not control himself. He probably tried to control. With the result, he was thrown up very high in the air, not only he, but the cycle also. But because Charles screamed, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar," both of them, the cyclist and the cycle, landed between the two pedestrian paths, that is, between two stone slabs. There was this grass, the grass path, very thick, luxuriant growth of grass, and the grass cushioned the cyclist as well as the cycle with very little damage to both of them. So you see, had he not screamed Yogi Ramsuratkumar, the powerful mantra with its vibrations, we cannot imagine what could have happened to the cyclist. See how the Nama came to his rescue. There was no hurt at all on the cyclist. Charles Madigan said later on, he used to come to the ashram also here. We had talked to him. He used to say that Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama had entered him. He could not help chanting, and the Nama was going on all the time inside. And that's how he could shout that day in that crisis. He could scream, "Yogi Ramsuratkumar." So such powerful Nama, such boundless compassion of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, saving his devotees. Not only the devotees, but also those who are connected in the incident. Now, he is here in front of us, the Murti of Bhagwan, the living Murti, vibrant, living Murti of Bhagwan with his hand raised in benediction. And the raised hand tells us all the time, I'm here, don't fear, don't worry. Just call out my name when you need help, when you are in difficulty. My father would rush help. And of course, he and his father are one and the same. Yogi Ramsuratkumar rushed to our help. We shall appeal, we shall offer our prayers at his feet. Bhagwan,